guess good whatever time of day it is for you. It's morning for me, but good day to you. Good day to you. I don't know. We could start to the video, but okay, hello. Today is the day that we're gonna start getting some art up on the walls. Specifically, one of them being this wall. If you guys have watched any of my previous home decor videos, you will know that Miles's grandma is an artist. She's been supporting herself as an artist most of her life. She has so much cool stuff. And when we were driving from Los Angeles to Chicago, when we moved here, we stopped in Boulder, where Miles is from and where his grandma lives. And we were able to pick up so many pieces from her. It was so cool. We were in her studio with her. She was talking us through all the pieces. Like, it was so cool. But since we were driving my little car, we did not have a ton of room to take some of her bigger pieces. We mainly took a lot of prints because, you know, we could take a ton of those. So we do have a lot of prints to play with, but when we were there, we saw that she had this one piece that was a big canvas piece. It was all one piece, but it was split into 2 canvases, and it was just so stunning, so gorgeous. And when we saw it, we were like, we need to have this in the apartment. But it was so big that we couldn't fit it in my car. So we took some prints, we left the big canvas piece there, but we always had intended of trying to get the canvas piece to our apartment one way or another. But the piece is so big that we would have to use freight shipping. Like, we've gone through so many different solutions trying to get this canvas to us. His grandma and his mom even wrapped it all up for us. It even got picked up from his grandma's house, but then they returned it because something with the shipping label. Like, we've been through so much with this piece of art trying to get it here. But long story short, at least for right now, it's just not making sense to try and get this piece to us. Like, it's become a little bit of a logistical nightmare. But at some point in the future, we do want to find a way to pick it up. It's just not happening for right now. And we were kind of waiting for that piece before we put up everything else, because like, if we put that piece here, then we were gonna put things that could go here, other places. Like, having what we were going to do with this wall was really going to inform where we were going to put everything else. So it is a bummer that we're not going to be able to get the canvases, but now that we know we're not going that route, we can start to kind of envision what we're doing with the rest of the place. And like I said in some previous videos, I really wanted to be intentional with where we put things, and especially intentional with what we frame, because we have so many prints from his grandma. Like, we would go fully broke if we framed every single one of the things we have. So I really wanted to think through what we were framing, and I wanted to think through where we were framing it before we got frames. Like, I really wanted to envision, okay, this piece in this type of frame is gonna go on this wall. Like, I wanted to think it all the way through, and we have done that, and some frames have arrived. So today's the day. We're gonna get some prints in frames and put them on this wall. We're gonna put some art above the bed. I also have some smaller pieces that I wanna put in our bathroom, and then I also wanna figure out our entryway. So today is basically tackling a lot of the walls. So I'm in the side room now, and you can see that this side room has become very much a catch-all for a lot of our art, but this is where we've kind of been like strategizing what we're gonna do. So we have these 2, it's kind of hard to tell with the sun. We have these 2 massive white on white prints that his grandma did, and these are just so cool. I love the texture of them, and they've got so much personality, and they're pretty big. So we thought, since we don't have those big canvas pieces for the wall in the living room, these would go really good there. Prior to us realizing we're not gonna get the canvases right away, we were also envisioning these in frames above our bed. So either way, we knew we were gonna frame these. We just didn't know quite where. So to put those prints in some frames and get them up on the walls, we got these big bronze frames. There's a double mat in these, so it's really gonna give justice to the piece. And right now, there's a protector on the glass here, so that's why it's like dull and has some scratches. There's like a plastic cover over it just to keep it safe. But I'm so excited to get those prints in here. It's gonna look so stunning. If you've been here for a while, you'll remember in one of my last videos I was talking about potentially doing colorful frames for these. But since we're putting them on the wall in the living room for now, and since we still do have hopes to get the bigger canvases like at a later date, like it'll still be months from now, but since we have hopes to get those bigger canvases, we wanted to get frames for these that weren't so out there so that they could still work in multiple locations. Like, the last thing that we wanted to do was get like bright red frames or blue frames. Like, we were considering blue for a little bit, but we didn't want to do that because we did want to make sure that these were able to be used in multiple locations just in case we want to move them later on. So these prints in the bronze frames. That's going up in the living room. Then I showed you guys these a little bit ago. I still love these. These are so incredible. I love the texture. I love the color. And I think these just look so nice together. I don't know if they were meant to be a set, but I just love them as a set. I think they're so cool. And we've been trying to decide where we want these to go. I was considering putting them in the living room for a little bit, but we do already have a pink print up in the living room, and I just didn't want to go too heavy pink. So the plan for these is actually to put these in our main bathroom, and I think they're gonna look so cool in there and fill the space so nice. Moving on to the bedroom. If you guys have been subscribed or watching for a while, you will recognize these. These were actually, we already had these in our bedroom in LA. And now that we're framing these and putting these in the living room, these were originally what we were thinking for above the bed. But now that these are going in the living room, I think we're just gonna stick with what we already had in the bedroom. And I'm interested to see what that looks like, because now that we have some new bedding, I think these are gonna look even better. Like, they looked really good when we had some beige bedding, but I think now that we have a little more dimension in the bedding, I think having this pop of beige is actually, it's just gonna elevate it even more. So I'm really excited about that. And then the last thing that I wanna decide is I have these two mirrors here, and I really wanna put a mirror in the entryway. I think it's obviously nice to have a mirror right by the door just so you can do like a little check before you leave, you know, like it's a functional thing. But also you'll see once we get there that our entryway is very dark. So I think having a mirror in there to bounce some light will be just like a great addition. But I can't decide between these two mirrors. I like this one because it's longer and it's probably a little bit better for like an outfit check, but I think I prefer like the warmer wood of that one over there. So we'll just have to play around. I'm just gonna play with both of them and see what works better. But yeah, I am so excited to get this stuff up on the walls. I'm happy that we took our time with it, because now I feel very confident in where we're putting all these pieces. Like, I feel like if I just like threw it up in the first week that we were here, I would be moving things around. I wouldn't be totally confident with it, but I'm really happy that we took this approach and really thinking everything through, because now I know exactly where I want to put these things. I feel very confident, and I'm just so excited to get stuff up on the walls because it's gonna feel so cozy in here. This apartment is so great because we have so much natural light, but we also have like a ton of big walls in this apartment, which is great. But when those walls are empty, it feels very empty in here. Like, regardless of the furniture we have in here, like when those big walls are empty, it really feels empty in here. So yeah, I'm excited. My parents are also gonna be in town this weekend, so getting all this stuff up ahead of them being here, I'm so excited because it's gonna feel so decorated and cute, and I'm excited to just like show it off. So in my mind, I'm starting easy with the bedroom frames. Hopefully it proves to be easy. I remember in LA, I threw these up on the walls like so quickly. I don't know if that was luck, but I remember it being a very quick process. I'm so dooming myself right now. But okay, starting with these above the bed over here, I think it's gonna look so good. Okay. I'm so obsessed. If I'm being totally real with you guys, I feel like there's a little more space on this side of the headboard than that side of the headboard. But what I'm gonna do, rather than move the paintings all around, I'm just gonna have Miles, when he gets home, I'm just gonna have him move the bed over a few inches. And that's gonna be my solution. But I think this looks so good, and I love the dimension. When I was envisioning this with this new bedding, I was like, it's gonna look that much more elevated than it did with the beige bedding, because when we had beige bedding, it was very beige, 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 beige. But now it's like almost treating the beige like an accent color, because we've only got a little bit of beige in the bedding now, and now we're bringing the beige in with the art, and it's just making it feel like a whole new dynamic. It's making it feel so much more elevated, since it's not just like monochrome. And I love that it's still bringing in the black from the bedside tables. That's what I loved in LA as well. But yeah, I'm loving these, and I'm loving even more that we're getting to repurpose them. There's nothing better than like creating an arsenal of home decor that you can just keep using. So I love this. Okay, bedroom done. Now moving on to the entryway. I'm thinking either this mirror like leaning like that. See, this is very like, this is a good outfit check. I love this new set, by the way. This set is what I just got from, okay, is it ASOS or ASOS? Because a lot of the YouTubers that I watch are British and they say ASOS, but is that British? Or as an American, am I supposed to say ASOS? I don't know, someone tell me, but it's from that brand. It was the video before this that I did, the little fall haul. I'm loving it. I'm gonna live in this. But yeah, I like this fit check moment. But I also feel like having this up on the wall might look cute too. So I'm gonna try both. If I did this one, we would have to move it over a little bit. And I'm also trying to think of like, if I don't put this round mirror here, where would I put it? Because I still wanna use it. So it's also thinking about like which one of these works best here, but also like which one could be repurposed somewhere else. I originally had these in the office, but now I'm thinking maybe we do a candle entryway moment. But I'm also like, how much do I want to decorate this area? Because we truly never see this area other than when we walk in. So I don't want to waste like too much decor over here because it just doesn't seem like the biggest bang for our buck, you know what I mean? But I do want to have a nice entryway. And that is, I honestly really like that. And honestly, the fact that these are fake candles, it makes having them over here make more sense because like if we forget about them over here, that's okay because they're fake. I think I'm gonna leave this like this for now. I'm not convinced, but I love the candles with this wood specifically. I think the candles look so good on this wood. I like the mirror in terms of like the length for a fit check, but I don't know, it's so hard because there's just like zero light in this area. So it's just hard. It's hard to decide what to do. I don't know how I feel about the entryway. I feel like I might completely and totally hate it. And that's making me sad. So I'm moving on to something that will make me happy, which is these frames and putting some nice artwork in these frames. So let's figure out how to do this. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. You guys, this is amazing. The vintage paper with the white, with the tan, like it looks so good. I'm so excited to get this on the wall, but I need to show you something. Do you see this right here? Yep, that's a piece of my black sweatshirt on the inside of the glass. That is the worst news I've ever seen. The idea that I have to undo this and redo it, like I'm at a loss for words. Putting this together took so incredibly long. This frame is not the best frame. And the thought that I now have to undo it and like flip the glass, it's okay. It's okay. You know what? I'm gonna move on to the bathroom. So I'm thinking about putting these right here and filling this wall. I think that's gonna look so good. This is what the bathroom looks like right now. We've just got like a linen shower curtain. I put some random stuff up on this shelf. I'm not totally sure that that'll stay there, but I think if we put some candles on those candlesticks, that could look cool. But what I think would look so good is if we put these two prints above this towel holder here. I think it's gonna tie it in so nice and it's gonna ground it, I think. I think this will bring some life into the space because right now, it is very empty, very just like basic. So I think adding these in that have so much character, that have so much like love in them, I think it's gonna look really nice. I love having these here because right when you walk in, it just feels more alive and look how cute these are. I think they even work with the paint on the wall, like the natural colors in these papers. These papers are handmade by his grandma. It's handmade paper and then she pressed in all these different textures and the natural colors of the paper actually work very well with the color on this wall. And then imagine like a cute little towel hanging here. It's looking cute. This is the part in the process where being a crazy person is my downfall. Because did I need to do all this in one day? No. And am I losing steam? Yes. I need to take that frame apart and get the black lint for my sweatshirt out of there. Like I can't leave it like that. Then I need to put together the other frame, and then I need to attach the like wiring on the back, and then I need to get it up on the wall. Part of me is like, do I just wait for Miles to come home and do this together? Part of me is like, do I kick this can to tomorrow? But then part of me is like, I'm already doing it. You know what I mean? And I know that once this is done, I'll feel so good and I'll be so excited that it's up on the wall. But in this moment, my energy levels, they're low. I won't lie. But like looking in the bedroom and looking at those prints and seeing how much life it brings into the room, like I want this to happen for this section of the living room too. Like it's gonna look so good. I think I'm just gonna power through. Maybe I'll take a break. You know what? I'll eat a chomp. Yeah, I think I need a little snacky. I think I need a little break. I think I need to turn the AC up a little bit because these windows in here, it gets like, it has a little bit of a greenhouse effect in here. Even though it's cold outside, it has a little bit of a greenhouse effect. So it feels weird when it's cold outside to put on the AC. But now all of a sudden I'm boiling. So that's also probably contributing to my mood right now. Okay, so snack, air conditioning, then I think I'm gonna try and power through. The motivation I have for home decor and the motivation I have for decorating, I don't have motivation for most other things on this level. So yeah, whatever, we're doing it. I think I just got that on the first try. I mean, they look pretty dang even to me. I love it. I am so incredibly obsessed. I think this looks so cool, especially with these chairs, with the rug. Like, this is what I was envisioning this whole time. And like, look at this, okay? This is what I get excited about. This is when I become like such a nerd. You walk in the apartment, you're like, oh wow, beautiful, stunning. You see the textures. I love the like vintage paper and how it contrasts with the white trim. And then we got tan for the mini trim. What is that called? The mini mat. We have a tan mini mat and then the white outside mat. I think that looks so cool. It adds so much dimension and it really brings so much life to this space. And then you're walking in, you're like, wow, how stunning, how gorgeous. Oh my gosh, look at these interesting placemats. That's really cool. You glance in here, you're like, stunning, gorgita. Then you keep walking through and you're like, oh my God, look at all these same size pillows. That's so classy and awesome. And wow, look at that over there. Beautiful. Now over here, we need a lamp. And then I want to frame another piece of art to put above here. The one area that I have absolutely no clue what to do with is this big wall behind the couch. Because if this was a flat wall, it would be easier to figure out. But look at this, you guys. If you come over here, this wall is completely curved. So I just feel like it's gonna be really hard when we're putting stuff up on this wall to get it like centered accurately with the couch, you know what I mean? Because it's curved behind here. So nothing's gonna lay like perfectly aligned, if that makes any sense. And I'm just not sure what to put behind here. It's a very big wall in general, which would already be pretty hard. Like big walls are hard. But a big curved wall, like, I just don't know. I don't know what to do. So if any of you guys have any ideas of what I could do, let me know. I'll show you just while we're here. I'll show you the idea I have that I don't totally love. We already own this big, like, tapestry. What would you call this? And I'm thinking because it's asymmetrical. I don't know if you can see. But see how it's asymmetrical? We have a long side and a short side. I feel like that aspect will help combat the curve of the wall, you know what I mean? Because it's already asymmetrical, so like it's already non-perfect, you know what I mean? Which I think could help. And then also because it's like hanging, if it's hanging away from the wall, like right now, you probably can't tell from back there, but right now behind this pole, the wall is kind of curved. So there's like space behind this pole and the wall, but because it's like dangling, I almost said dangling rice, because it's dangling string, It's kind of okay that there's space behind here because you can't really tell because it's like dangling anyways. But I don't know that I love the look of this. I don't know if it goes with the pillows. In our last apartment, we had this in the office. We didn't have it in the living room, and I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if it works, but I'm thinking I want to figure out that wall. I want to get a lamp. I want to get art up on that wall, and then we'll deal with this last. But yeah, I am loving how this place is coming together. It feels so homey and so just like cool. Like I feel like I'm really finding my home decor personality in this place. I think having something personal up on the wall, even if no one else knows that it's personal, like your home is your home at the end of the day. It matters most how you feel in a space, and just knowing that these are such like personal touches, they're such family touches, like it makes me feel so at home, feel so cozy. Also, everything is so unique. They're so one of one because they are pieces that have been made, you know, they're not something that we could just buy online, which also creates like a different atmosphere. And so I'm so excited. Part of me, when I was hanging these up, part of me was like, oof, like should we have gone with more of a colorful frame, because it's getting very neutral over there. But I have to remind myself that even though I'm pushing myself to play with color, I don't think every single thing should be a color. Like it would look crazy in here if every single thing was a color. And I think especially knowing that we might move these to the bedroom, like it makes sense to pick something that works both for out here and in the bedroom. I think it makes sense to choose something more timeless and more just like perfect for the artwork versus like perfect for a specific space. I think that'll help us get the most use out of these pieces possible, like as we move them around this apartment or as we move into other spaces. So yeah, part of me is like, oh, I was on a color train and then I just went super neutral, but I think that's okay. Also, as like a housewarming gift, my sister's husband is like a plant whisperer. He has a bunch of fiddle leaf trees. Is that what they're called? Fiddle leaf figs? Fiddle leaf fig trees. I'll have to look that up. I'll put what they actually are on the screen. But he has been able to, in their apartment in Minneapolis, he has been able to not only grow one plant to like the size of a tree, he has propagated it into 2 other plants that both of those are now the size of trees. And as a housewarming gift, they clipped some clippings from their plants, and they're currently propagating at my parents' house. Eventually we're gonna bring them over to our apartment, we're gonna plant them, but we have 2 of those. They are literally just 1 leaf right now, but they have the potential, if I can do what he's doing, and there's no guarantee that I can do what he's doing, but if I can, we potentially have 2 huge trees coming. I mean, we have to grow them first, but like give it a year and we'll have some big trees. But I think the addition of those and the addition of some plants will also bring this space to life even more. So slowly, you guys, we are slowly evolving the space, and it feels so good, and I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm glad I pushed through today. There was a moment there where I was like, I never want to hang another piece of artwork ever again. I don't know if it'll come across on camera because I was kind of just like taking clips as I was hanging the pieces in the bathroom, but the bathroom pieces, I could not get those right. The bedroom ones I got right, like I think on the first try, so that was all good. These, I'm so stunned. I got them perfectly centered and the same heights. That, like, I'm just too good. But the bathroom ones, I could not get those. I re-nailed the second one like 3 times. It's a good thing that all the nail holes are like below the frame rather than above the frame. But yeah, that one just really halted my momentum a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to think about the entryway. That space is just so hard because I'm not sure. It's hard to tell how much I should even care about that space, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's totally perfect yet, so, you know, we play. You just gotta keep playing around and keep trying things and keep moving things. And eventually you get to a place where you're like, this is it. So I'll be doing that. But yeah, I reached my goal. I did it, you guys. I got all that stuff up on the walls before my parents come tomorrow. And now I have all this stuff to show off. That is so exciting to me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm also so excited for Miles to come home because he's gonna be like I always do this to him where I just kind of go crazy when he's at work, and then he comes home and he's like, first of all, you didn't need to do all this without me. Second of all, how did you accomplish all of this before you started work? Like, you're a psychopath. So he's definitely gonna have that reaction, but I think he is really gonna love everything as well. So yeah, as always, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you're having a good week, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, I know I already ended the vlog, but just look at these from the POV of being in the kitchen too. Like, it just looks so cool from the kitchen POV. We got the lights over here. Like, I'm obsessed. Okay, that's all. Bye-bye.